too, because, sometimes technology does its own thing. So let me double check really quick that this is showing up in the right places and that we are good to go. It looks like it is. So today I'm going to be talking about 3 things that you can do right now to unlock abundance. And abundance does not have to be money related, although it can be. So if you are watching on YouTube, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so that you'll be notified whenever new videos come on. And if you are watching on Facebook and you like this video and you would like to watch more of these or topics that are similar to these, then definitely feel free after this video to hop on over to YouTube so that you can see a lot more content that's out there. And it actually notifies you when I hop on, unlike Facebook sometimes. No shade. Okay. So if you have never seen me here before, hi, my name is Janae, and I work with women who are lacking self-confidence and who are ready to take success into their own hands and to help them be empowered in areas that, quite frankly, sometimes it feels super lacking. And so this is where the topic of abundance came in, and I'm so excited to share 3 of these things. We might get a bonus one in there with you. So I'm going to just jump right in. The first thing that I want to talk about when it comes to abundance is, like I said, it does not have to be money related. Unlocking or up leveling your level of abundance can actually start in a lot of different areas. And none of the things that I'm talking about is something that costs you money to do. So this is going to be about like how you can essentially like make that shift in your life in a way that's very practical. So the first one is actually starting to embrace gratitude. And I don't know about you, but the first time that I had someone suggest like doing a gratitude journal or something, I kind of rolled my eyes because I was like, okay, I would not consider myself an ungrateful person. And I, can acknowledge that I've been blessed and all of those things. And so the idea behind it, I was kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but I did it anyways. And I can tell you that when you have the focused attention on actually calling out the things that you're grateful for, it makes a huge change. As a matter of fact, the way that I got started with this is I was doing a last 100-day challenge to actually like journal things that I was grateful for. Actually, I may actually have the book that I use. It was like one of the Start Today journals. And literally every single day, what I would do, I don't even know if this is font, it's going to be backwards. So if it is, my bad. But literally it has like, today I'm grateful for at the top in like 5 spots. And then like 10 dreams I made happen written in future, like, hey, this has already happened. And so what I started to notice though, when I was doing that was that throughout the day, it was almost as if my mind started to look for clues around me and things to be grateful for, things that were happening in my favor. And it was a huge shift. Not that I would have considered myself negative before, but it was like when there were situations that were coming up that it's like, oh, okay, this is a really easy one to be able to nitpick, or this is something that I could easily be upset about. It was almost like my mind just started to shift over the course of those 100 days. And it didn't even take that long. Honestly, within a week or so, I could tell the difference. It started to make a huge shift just in able to see, wow, actually, when I like put it in full context, and even sometimes when I ask myself the question of, in a year or in 5 years, is this something that I will remember or that will be really impactful for me, has helped me to also put that into perspective. So all that to say that like having gratitude is something that will absolutely shift you into the state of being more abundant, and you will actually start to see the things that are happening around you on a regular basis, and you being able to open up and expand your awareness that way so that you can actually call out those things is very, very helpful as you start to really intentionally go down this journey. Okay. Also, side note, if you are a person that like cringes when it comes to bill paying, something that I've done that has really helped me, because I think that's one that comes up a lot actually, is just like finding gratitude in the fact that you were able to take care of those things. Okay, cool. Something else that goes under gratitude that's kind of like a second bonus one is working on your own self-worth and actually making sure that it aligns with what it is that you're trying to achieve. So what I mean by that is something that you can do that's super simple to actually grow your own self-worth is to focus on what you enjoy. And if you are literally like, hey, Janae, I don't even know what I enjoy because I can't really find something that brings me joy, then maybe the action to take is just to like explore and to see like, hey, what are things that I look forward to doing? I know that for me, this is a place where I personally had the feeling of feeling stuck. I really don't like to use that word, but I did when I was working right out of school, where it was like, okay, I went to work, I got into that cycle of, hey, I'm going to work, I'm coming home, I may or may not go to the gym, and then I just repeat, where the feeling of purpose feels lost. And at that time, I can say that I don't think I had something that I was really excited about, something that really lit a fire under me. And if that is where you are, literally, it's cool, because not cool in terms of like awesome, but like it's amazing that you are acknowledging that. And that also means that today you can make the choice to choose something else. You can decide to like, hey, maybe there's something that has sparked my interest before, and instead of procrastinating on it, I'm going to go ahead and like do that thing. Okay. If I'm talking too fast, sorry about that. Sometimes I get super excited. So another thing, and when it comes to self-worth and where you questioning your own self-worth could be coming from, is in life, it is so common and it's actually accepted for us to allow people external to us, outsiders, to place value on our time and our gifts and talents. When you think about like the workforce, when you think about just like anything in general, how we value others and things like that, we have kind of just created this normalcy of us having this exchange of value for time and gifts. And I think when you are able to actually really, really embody and understand that like your worth is inherent to you, then your view on that will change a lot. And that alone will create the boundaries that you need to also start to up level your own level of abundance in terms of the type of relationships that you're having, in terms of the type of interactions that you have, because you have that standard of like, you know, who you are. And that's always amazing. Okay, that was number one. Sorry, we're going to make this really quick. I don't want to take too much time. Number two is to stop comparing yourself to anyone else. There's always that saying that like comparison is the thief of joy, but really just the competition is something that it makes it where we are literally telling ourselves that our value can be impacted by what someone else is doing, by what someone else has achieved. And the fact is that that's just not true. You always have your full value. Sometimes we may forget that we have that, but it's really important that not having that view of like, hey, someone else is doing this thing that I don't know if I can do, right? Because it's really what it comes down to when we're comparing ourselves is it's like, they did it, maybe I can't. Maybe they have something that I don't have. And all of that stems back down to not having enough, which is the opposite of abundance. So when we can like snap out of that process of competition and comparing ourselves, then we are essentially aligning ourselves with that state of being more abundant, of that state of like welcoming more things in. All right. Number three. do people do three like this or like this? I don't know. Anyways, number three. Is your willingness to receive. This is something that you can change right now. And I don't know about you, but this is something that I've had to consciously strive for, because the first time I heard about like, how willing are you to receive? I was kind of like, I don't even know what that means. If someone gave me a briefcase of $1 million, I would gladly receive that. But it's actually much, much more basic than that. It has to do with when you need help. Are you willing to even receive support? Are you willing to receive someone else's aid in helping you? It may not even have anything to do with dollars. And even compliments. How often is it that someone will be like, hey, oh my gosh, you're shirt or whatever is so nice, or your hair is so nice, and we instantly will dismiss it like, oh, it's nothing, or oh, this is like this old thing from back before, instead of just saying thank you and like I received that compliment because I just receive, right? We get so used to not being willing to receive that it is really no wonder why we are essentially repelling the abundance away from us, because we are not even able to receive it on the small things. So how can we expect to receive it when it comes to larger things as a whole? So just challenging yourself to like being willing to like receive and welcome in support, compliments, all of those things is you aligning yourself and unlocking abundance for yourself. And like I said, this all has to do with when we are dismissive of someone else's compliments, when we're dismissive of someone else's like, hey, this is me admiring you, or something like that, we are literally downplaying our own worth. We are literally pretty much saying, I don't receive that message because it's not something that I can see within myself. And what bigger way is there for us to potentially be repelling abundance and our own value? So I hope that those three things are really helpful for you, because to me, it has nothing to do with, everyone wants to talk about dollars and like money is a hot topic, and that's fantastic. But when we start talking about how do you actually create change and abundance, it has nothing to do with like, let's start with dollars. It's so much more basic and inherent to everything that we do on a regular basis. Okay, I will catch you next time. Let me know if you have any questions about this. If this is a topic that you would like to dive into more, then hop on over to the group that's linked in the description, wherever that is, because that is where we dive into topics like this a lot more, and exactly like how you can create change in these areas. Okay, awesome. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I wish you the best. Till next time.